Hello everybody, it's Nick here. I haven't done an unboxing video in a while, so I thought why not do one. But I figured while I'm making this video, I could talk about something that I actually completely forgot about that I paid for. Oh, I'm sorry, don't mean to flip you off. That is something called the Intellivision Amico. Yeah, it was in my recommended last night while I was at work. So, yeah, I'm not really supposed to be on YouTube, but hey. Anyways, there was this guy talking about how he had completely lost interest in the launch of the system. And he pointed out a lot of stuff that I wasn't even aware of. The guy kind of opened my eyes a bit. Now, in case you don't know, or, I don't know if they're releasing it in Europe or Japan or whatever, so wherever you're from, in case they don't release it in your country, basically the Intellivision is like an old video game console from, like, I think 1979 or something. It's a pretty early 80s console at least. And shit, I should have got a better thing here. Oh well. Yeah, I don't really have anything better to cut this with, so oops. Anyway, so yeah, it's an old game console, and Tommy Tallarico, famous video game musician, decided, to bring it back. And, the games, he advertised a lot of things for the games, like, some of them were going to be recreations of, like, old games. And I guess what really made the rounds was the fact that Earthworm Jim was going to be on it. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Earthworm Jim. I just never grew up with the game, and as a result, I never really, shit, this is so hard to get open. But, I think I need a knife. Shit, and I don't think I have one. Fuck, hey. Of course I don't. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, as I was saying, not a fan of Earthworm Jim, but apparently that's what was making the rounds for this thing. So, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, I just broke the lock on my door. Oops. I'm just going to open it from this side. It'll be a lot easier. So, yeah, I mean, but there really has, but see, here's the main problem. The console is set to be launched on, in 2017, or is presented in 2017, supposed to release 2018, and every year they keep pushing back the date. Another problem is they're not really showing much of the games. Like, you get to see, 1 or 2 seconds of gameplay footage, if you're lucky. And then, they move on, which isn't good. I mean, it's not good for the console. I honestly think at this point the console's going to be dead on arrival. Now, here's the thing. Here's another problem too. Is I hear, and this is just what I hear. I mean, Pat NES Punk, I think his friend Ian Ferguson, I think is his name. We're talking about this, but apparently Tommy Tallarico is a huge jerk to people who aren't fully supporting this. Now, I met Tallarico at PRGE a few years ago, and he was, I didn't have much time to talk with him, but he seemed like the nicest, down-to-earth guy, so I'd really hate to think that that's true. But if it is, the thing is, people aren't criticizing you because they hate you, necessarily, Tommy, but it's, you need to have criticism. We all do. We don't like hearing it, but we do need feedback, They're trying to, I think they're trying to help you, but I think, at the same time, I think Ian and Pat were being a little kind of shit-headed towards him, too, so there's that. Well, I'm not going to take the game out, but, this is Napoleon Senki, because I bought this game at a game store, but it didn't come with the manual, so now I have one copy with the manual and one with the, well, anyways, Good. Now I have a complete copy of the game, though. Anyways, let's go to the next package here. But yeah, I mean, I really hate to think that Tommy acts that way towards people. There's a lot more shit that I don't quite remember the details of, so forgive me. This here is the soundtrack CD for Tetris, the BPS version released in Japan. So, but this is best known for having the song Technotris on it, which has been, I guess, remixed several times over. In fact, I believe it still makes appearance at Tetris games to this day. But anyways, what was I gonna say? But I guess there's some. The thing is, a lot of people don't think this thing is going to get released, and if it does, even if it does get released, everyone's going to lose interest by then, and I could definitely see that. Like I said, this is the console that I completely forgot. I bought one of the Founders Editions. You're supposed to get like a lot of this extra cool content with it, and this is a scorebook for Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. Like, I don't know if it's my favorite album. I always have a hard time deciding that. But whatever. Anyways, got another book here. But yeah, I mean, it's not, I don't think people are trying to be shitty towards Tellerico or anything. It's just, but that's another problem. They say that, he's really associating himself with this console and stuff. Well, the problem with that is that, if shit goes wrong like it is now, and I understand due to COVID and everything, they're not going to have, I can understand them not launching the consoles, but that was another problem that I heard, was the games have only been partially developed. They haven't been fully developed. Another complaint, too, is that I guess they were saying the media is going to be physical, but it's going to, like, access online somehow in order to play it, which sucks. Here's another scorebook for Steve Vai, Fire Garden Phase 1. Gotta have me some Steve Vai. Again, I that's kind of interesting to know, and you can't blame the developers too much because, they're not the same thing, I think Tellerico might have some deciding factors in that, but anyways, like I said, I just really hate to think that he's that kind of a person. I think when you become the CEO of a company, it is possible the power can kind of get to your head and you kind of feel invincible and you kind of think that, like, you're always right. So, I've known people who are like that. They get, they get a following, they get power, and then they just, they think they're on top of the world. Roberta Flack, Killing Me Softly, because this is a good album, or at least the title song is. I'll admit I'm not too familiar with the rest of the album. There's one more thing here. This is pretty. So, I was actually expecting the box to be bigger for some reason. Anyways, here we go. Well, anyways, I just played through this game, or at least a version of this game. And that game is Dungeon Hack for the PC-98. So I do have plans to play through this. I don't know when or where. I actually have plans to play through Dungeon Hack again, but this time it's like a bard. Because since I'm a musician, I thought, hey, why not, So, check out what they got in games like this, okay? That's a huge box. It's like a Neo Geo kind of thing going on here. I can't open this. I cannot open it! Ah! There we go. It's like new. Wow, this is beautiful. Just amazing stuff. You got your floppies. There's like, I want to say there's like 5 or 6 of them. So, that's pretty cool. I am looking for a PC-98 version of Eye of the Beholder 3 because if I can get that, I can dump the ROM. And then hopefully, hopefully I can do a full playthrough of that. As far as I know, nobody's ever played through that one or the FM Towns version. I do the FM Towns version, but I have no idea how those emulators work, and I haven't been able to really get any help on that. So this is pretty cool. Alright guys, well, I think that'll do it for now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hoping to do another Let's Play here. God bless. Peace out. Have a good one.